Well, I was in the mood for breakfast tacos. Had to go in the refrigerator and see what I had. Let's get into it, because this definitely came out good. I like to use a sausage. Thankfully, I had some. But a good quality sausage, something that you might even find on the barbecue pit. But you're going to cube that up. Cut up your onions and slice up a little garlic. I love onions and garlic with pretty much everything hot. Now, the eggs, I would just season the eggs because you don't really need to season that the sausage has good flavor that's going to come out into it with the other ingredients. So I would just add a little seasoning to the eggs. Now, the potato, to soften that, I wash the potato, leave it wet, and wrap it in a wet paper towel. Throw it in a bowl, and then I pop it in the microwave. My microwave, I'm not sure if everybody's does, my microwave has a potato setting. So for a potato this size, I just put it on 2 potatoes, and that gets it to the right softness. And while it's going, we're gonna go ahead and get everything else together. So I'm gonna brown that sausage. I like it to get good and charred. Uh, to me, it makes the flavor come out of the sausage even more when it's good and charred. But you gotta know how long different things take to get to their level. So I let them go first, then I add the onions. They don't take as long as the sausage, but they do still take a little bit. And then we're gonna throw the garlic in when it's almost done. Now the potato, after it's been set, take the paper towel off and then pull off the skin. It should come right on off, just like you saw it do right there. And then we want to cut it into some chunks. Don't mash it up. You don't want mashed potato in your taco. Even though they probably wouldn't be bad, but we want to leave it in chunks. Add that to our finished product with the sauteed onions and everything, and we're gonna evenly distribute it. Once it's evenly distributed, now we're gonna go ahead and add the egg, because all of that is done in that pot. Now when I pour the egg in, I like to find kind of the gaps in what's in the pot. I really don't want to just pour it over the top and like coat everything. I just want it to be touching up against it and have its own little space to cook at the same time. So I'm not gonna thoroughly mix it. I'm kind of just sliding it over and then turning it over in order to cook the egg. But not too long after you've done that, you can go ahead and turn the fire off and turn the heat off, and then just cover it. The heat from the potatoes and the sausage and everything, it's gonna finish cooking that egg and it's gonna fluff up a little more. So we're ready for the tortillas. I put these on the griddle for maybe 20-30 seconds to get them warm. That way the butter can slide across real easy, that stick of butter. Only on one side. I put it on the bottom side, that's gonna go on the griddle. And now on the other side, we're gonna load up our toppings. So we're gonna go with the shredded cheese. That's a Mexican blend, 4 different kinds of cheeses in there, shredded cheese. And then we're gonna top it with our filling. Now, make sure you evenly distribute it. And then as we putting them on to the griddle, you wanna take them off in the same order that you put them on. The toppings being on the tortilla is gonna keep the tortilla from overcooking too much, so it's not gonna get hard, but you still don't want to leave it on there too long. At that point, we're gonna go ahead and drizzle up the sriracha. I am a fan of salsa, picante sauce on a breakfast taco. However, sriracha goes great on basically anything hot. And this was definitely a win. But as soon as you got all that done, you want to go ahead and take everything off, because you don't want your tortillas to get too crunchy to where you can't even fold it. But once that's folded, once you take it all off and you got your plate set up, it's time to see what you done and then grub. And I gotta say, these were just as tasty as they look. All of the ingredients came together nicely. That shot right there really don't show you the cheese, but that's coming right here. Oh yes. I love the way these came out. The tortilla has a good toast to it. Had a little crunch. I think you should try it. If you do, let me know what you think. Later. Well, I was in the